Hello students, welcome to another episode of Help of Science, and today we are on the second class of our kinetic theory of gas. In the last class we discussed on the ideal gas equation. Today we will discuss on the real gas equation. Our ideal gas equation was PV is equal to RT for the single number mole of particle. If n mole is present, then PV is equal to nRT. Now we made some assumption for this ideal gas equation, which I told in the first video. In the second video, in this video I will discuss on the real gas equation and the little change in this equation for the real behavior of the gas. So stay tuned. For the real gas equation, the basic formula will be the same, that is PV is equal to RT, but I have put some gap here. You can see this. The gap will be managed by some correction term. What will be that correction term? Let's discuss. Suppose we take a volume of gas here. We assume that the gas molecule don't have any attraction force or repulsion force between themselves, but actually there is a attractive force between the gas molecules. And as there was no attractive force we assumed, so the volume we assumed was infinity and the pressure was nearly zero. But in the real scenario, all the real gas in the universe does not obey this equation, because those real gas have a finite number of volume and a pressure also. When we make a balloon like this, there is a volume, the balloon get flashed with air and it occupied a volume. So how can we neglect the volume? So there is a volume, and the volume it will be corrected by V minus B. From the volume was considered to be infinity, and it is corrected to be less than infinity, so we are taking the negative sign. We are subtracting an amount, and if there is n number of particles, it will be NB, and here it will be also nRT. And now in case of pressure, in a solid, the attraction force between the gas particle molecule or the product molecule will be very high, and that is it solidifies. In a liquid, the attraction force between these particles are comparatively low than the solid, but comparatively higher than the gas, so it liquefies little less than solid and higher than gas. But in case of gas, there is a little bit of attraction force between themselves, and that's why it gets a volume, and these gas particles are continuously colliding with each other and with the wall of the container, and which exerts force on the wall. And if we increase the size of the container, the attraction force the van der Waal gas equation or the real gas equation, they do not follow the ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation is ideal, just ideal case. Okay, so keep in mind. Now we will discuss on degrees of freedom. So what is this? This is nothing but basically the number of independent way a particle can move, in the simplest word, or in the number of independent way in which the particle can exchange energy. So what is exchange of energy? How basically how the energy is being exchanged? Nothing but by movement. So degrees of freedom can also be written as number of independent motion which the particle can undergo. Number of independent motion which the particle can undergo. Okay, so what is it looks like? Let's have some example. Suppose there is a single molecule gas particle. So in how many ways the particle can move? This is a monoatomic gas. In how many ways the particle can move? In this direction, x-axis, in this is horizontal and this is vertical direction of y-axis, and in the horizontal direction it is also can move in on the z-axis, right? This is z-axis. So there are basically three ways, three independent ways on which this atom can move. Move means this can vibrate like this can vibrate like this, or this can vibrate like in this way, in z direction. Okay, so there are three ways. Now let us assume a biatomic or diatomic gas molecule. Okay, so this is one atom, this will be another atom, and this will be attached by a bond like this. Diatomic, and this diatomic molecule, in how many direction this can be moved? In x direction, in y direction, and in z direction as previous. So there is three direction, but this can move in another two direction. How? I am showing it. Making this in the center fixed, making this a radius, this can rotate in this direction, and in the similar way, making this fixed in the center, making this the radius, this can move in this direction, this will be the center then. So here one motion, and here it could be second motion. So there is another 2 motion, so total motion, independent motion will be 5. So according to our definition, degrees of freedom will be 5. Now I will show you quickly how three-dimensional or triatomic gas molecule looks like. Triatomic gas molecule could be like this or could be like this. So in both case the degrees of freedom are different. For the non-linear case, this is the non-linear molecule. In this case, degree of freedom will be 6. For the linear case, the degree of freedom will be 7. So how can we assume or how can we calculate this? As for a triatomic gas molecule, there is two kind of degree of freedom. So there is a formula to calculate the degree of freedom, and the degree of freedom is denoted by N, and the formula is 3a minus r. And what is this? Nothing but a is number of molecule and r is the number of obstacles. In simple word, obstacles. So for this triatomic gas molecule, let's do this. For non-linear case, 3, and there is number of atom, a is atom and r is the obstacle. Is 3 minus obstacle is there 1 obstacle, 2 obstacle and 3 obstacle. So there is 3 obstacle. So 9 minus 3, it will be 6. And for another case, this case, the linear case, there 3 multiplied by number of atom, 3 minus the obstacle, there 1 obstacle, 2 obstacle, only 2. So degree of freedom will be 9 minus 2 equal to 7. And for the monoatomic gas, so 3a minus r, in here 3 multiplied by a 1 minus, there is no obstacle, it is 0, so degree of freedom is 3. So this is our basically degree of freedom and was Van der Waals gas equation. Now we will discuss on Brownian motion. Brownian motion is nothing but the haphazard or the anomalous motion of a gas molecule inside a container. Suppose this is a gas molecule and there is many other gas molecule also. So this gas molecule will collide with this, next it may collide with the container, next with this, next with this, maybe next with this and this, like this way. So this is the motion known as the Brownian motion, known upon the scientist Robert Brown, Brownian motion. We can experiment, make it happen. We can put some dust up and observe the anomalous motion of the wood dust on the water, and can compare it with the Brownian motion, and thus we can also carry the liquid oxygen or petroleum by car or by train without hampering the inside material by jerking of the vehicle container.